Alright guys, welcome back. This is Shadow Drake. So, 9x9. We finally did it. I got my building done, and I am going to bring down some traders, especially for the Cosmic Curiosities, because I'm kind of... Well, I did get a genetics trader. I got the stuff that I needed from them, and now it's time to show off the building. So he's going to land and pause. The reason he's pausing is just in case I accidentally left the hangar door closed. Don't want them to just break anything. So we go in, we bring them in. Now, she's not going to come out. Trader Karen's not coming out yet, so we have my lever to close the hangar. So it's going to close the hangar. It is going to drain out the air. And I have a box of muffins because something weird happened, and I put a box of muffins and a box of food for to sell to a trader, and somehow my box of food got sold as a box of muffins. I don't know what happened, and I literally just lost a box of food. And then I can pull this lever to pressurize the space with oxygen, or close it to depressurize it. You know, whichever needs to happen. But in this case, I'm pressurizing so that we can get Trader Karen to show up. She's coming out! Yay! Hi! Yeah. This is Cosmic Curiosities, and as you can tell, well, she wants a food package. So I gotta... Oh, crap, I gotta make another one of those? Ugh. Whatever. I have almost 10,000 space bucks, so for sure, I want to get both of these engines. So get that one. That's both of the heavy engines. The fuselages are really just for show. But you know what? I might as well get them just to see what kits we get available for show, because this is more to show what the whatchamacallit for the rockets, just to make them look a little better. So you know what? I'm just gonna grab all of them. This is what we want, though. We want these catalytic filters. So I'm gonna get the really just one CO2, one nitrogen. Ugh. I don't know that I need the nitrous, but you know what? Grabbing it anyways. Grabbing the oxygen, I can put that somewhere. Definitely would like the pollutants and the volatiles. Not sure that I'll need the water, but I'll grab it anyways. Box of nuclear batteries. Heck yeah. Trader Karen, you wait right here. I'm going to get you your tomato, corn, bread loaf, and muffins. So you stay right here. But for the meantime, I don't want this O2 to get hot, so we're just going to drain it out. So I really don't understand why my box of food became a box of muffins. It doesn't make sense. It's like, did the game... I put him in there. So I wonder if the game just thought that you want a cake, box of chocolates. Chocolates is hard to get right now, so okay, so box of chocolates and a cake. Ugh. We're not gonna do trading all day, but... Oh yeah. This is my box of nuclear batteries. Yes, it is. 6 of them. Perfect. What that means is I can put them in all my tools. And that actually got extremely low because of the fact that, you know... So, a cake, box of chocolates, and... Now I have a bunch of muffins I can eat. These are not going to last long enough, so I'll just start eating on the muffins. Put them in the fridge and eat them. So, what we're going to do... I'm kind of in a 50-50 split right now. When I got the genetics trader down, I got the eggs. But also, they had both variants of winterspawn. What I also didn't know, however, is that apparently winterspawn can decay if you don't use it. So now, I need to make a winterspawn greenhouse. Which kind of sucks. I mean, they'll last like 3 real world days, but I didn't want that. So I need a food package and chocolates. good news is I got these nuclear batteries, and I'm just going to put them on here. That's definitely not a bad idea. I need one more box. A box. Right? No, I don't think I needed a box, because it's box of muffins. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I need to make a corn soup. Alright, muffins. Actually, the food box needs a muffin, so you know what? I need 2 breads. Oh no, I'm out of wheat. Bread uses a lot of wheat. This is a problem. Okay, well that's fine. I got some wheat here. So, because my cooling system was so good, I actually had to turn it up to like 20... I turned it up to 23 Celsius now. My cocoa are barely growing. Okay, I need some fertilizer right there. Okay. Okay. Oh no, that's... Oh, okay. I can't believe I've spent all of my flour. Okay, good. I have enough for 2 breads. That's good. I gotta actually burn through my wheat. You know what? I'll just turn you into flour as well. I need a tomato soup. I need a water bottle. And... Wait, didn't I make another bread? I thought I made 2 breads. Oh no. What did I do? Oh yeah, I did make 2 breads. It's just the thing. Okay, so I need a normal cake now. My bakery is actually struggling because I'm burning through my flour. Okay, and then I need the 5 chocolate bars, which I got one right here. But yeah, I got Darga ferns and I planted them, so now I'm in my tropical lily. Oh wow, so I got some. Yeah, I'm getting some good chunks of Dargas. And chocolate bars. So we're just gonna do the quick trading and then we're gonna get to it. I want to do the cooler for sure. My rocket is actually gonna take off soon. Probably is gonna take off at some point during the video. Maybe. Should. And while I head down there, we'll talk about the things, some things I just thought about. So, with the fact that I got both winter spawn, I think I can do something different now. So, remember how I said that I had the open cycle cool? I was thinking about I might need to redo the open cycle cooler to keep my volatiles cool. Because as it is right now, I'm dumping a lot of energy in here. And while it's still cooling down, once I get the cryo system going, I have the suspicion that it probably won't cool down. And I was thinking that I might need to rework it. But then a crazy thought occurred to me. What if I actually grow winterspawn and use that to keep my volatiles cool? I think that that would be I think that maybe that's a good alternative thinking about it. All right, let's sell the stuff to you. Okay. Cake, your box of chocolates. You can go home now. Trying to keep my money because next time I get a Cosmic Curiosities, I probably will do the same thing and buy the catalytic filter some more again. So I'm trying to keep my money up. All right, pull the lever, get Trader carrying out. Now, what I did with this is basically an airlock. You know, these levers work basically at any point, but I'm not going to have any issues if I accidentally pull it again. Like, for example, if I pull this lever to open the hangar door, we go to the opening cycle, and it's like, oh, wait, that means this lever needs to close. That vent needs to turn on to suck out all the O2. And once it stays a vacuum enough, it'll open the doors, and then I manually can let her go. Now, I did think that maybe I should put a computer right here with the communications board, so that I could, you know, if I call down a trader up there, I can come over here and make sure that I get the 3x3 and bring him down to this specific spot. I think that's probably what I will do, but again, I'm not doing trader heavy focus. I just did it to get some money so that I can get some stuff. I'm kind of sad that my catalytic filter is the not good version. Okay. And I've been selling some of my excess ores like silicon. Come on, let's get my catalytic filters. CO2, nitrogen, nitrous, more nitrous, oxygen, oxygen, pollutants, 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 volatiles. Oh boy. Do I have space anywhere? I'm not gonna have space anywhere else. Wait, actually, yeah, I do. There we go. And I'll leave the fuselage just there. Alright, so what I want to do... That's like... Never used any of that. I don't know where I want these. Now, I do want to keep checking on this every now and then. Cosmic Curiosities are gonna go. So, one thing that I noticed is this guy takes, like, seriously almost a ridiculous long time before they reroll. So, probably by the end of this video, I'll check down there and see if they showed up again. But, I mean, at this point, I'm not going to bother with trading too much. We're going to get started. Now, the question is, what do I want to do? There's two paths I want to take this. Path number 1 is work on the cryo cooling. Path number 2 is work on the winterspawn greenhouse. Oh, speaking of that, let me pause real quick. Winterspawn. So I got both variants, the beta and the alpha. The beta is the stronger version and the alpha is the weaker version. The alpha cools for 90 watts once it's fully grown. It's not much, you know. If I were to grow 10 of them, that's 900 watts of energy, 900 joules of energy. Of course, it says watts, so I'm not sure if it's actually 45 per tick or if it's 90 per tick. I'm not entirely sure just yet. But they consume nitrogen, so that means I need to be really on top of using the composter. So not only do I need to have the composter produce enough nitrogen so that this can run 21 moles an hour. That's a lot for one. So I gotta use the composter very frequently to keep up with the 21 moles an hour, but it also uses 1.4 moles of water per hour as well. So if I were to have 10, then I'm using 216 moles of nitrogen an hour. That means the composter needs to run what, 5 times a day for this, which is a lot. What is hard to tell is it should make perfect fuel mix, and so that's the interesting thing. I think what I want to do with this is probably have a powered vent that takes out the oxygen and the volatiles because there's toxic gases to it. Does this say what it's toxic? Yeah, it actually cannot handle volatiles, which is kind of funny. That's really weird and annoying. Can't handle volatiles yet it produces volatiles. It's so weird. Anyway, so that happens. So I need to make sure that I constantly grab this. But you know what I was thinking of? What if I have a pure nitrogen greenhouse? I mean, minus the fact that it's going to be making fuel mix in there. And so when the volatiles gets to like a certain concentration, I just turn on the power vent to suck that out, and then probably run it through a filter, a nitrogen filter, and have the nitrogen come right back into the greenhouse, and then the volatiles will go to the fuel mix. I think that that would be the best way for me to handle that, since it's making perfect fuel mix, and that fuel mix can go into making water. And my cooling system is so strong that I can just do that. One sec. Yeah, anyways, like I was saying, I think, therefore I am. No. I believe this is, okay, since the rocket is about to go pick up another load, this is about halfway, and wow, yeah, burned through most of that, 47. I think everything is keeping up. Now that I have oxygen catalytic filters, what I can do is actually put the oxygen. Yeah, I can put this oxygen catalytic filter in this, not that one, this one. Still at 100%? Are you serious? Whatever. There we go. And I'm thinking of putting it right here. Like, what I need is to get some pipes and run the nitrogen line underground right here. And then I'm thinking I want to make kind of like a airlock right here. Let this be for the plants. Run the cable from up top, you know, from the grow lights to run up here for a grow light for the winter spawn. And then I can run, I can run a water pipe out to feed the grow trays right here. Or should I put it right here? I don't want to get it too far from this. So like right there. That's where I want it. This plot right here for winter spawn. And I will need to run it. I need to run power. Do I want to run this power? I could run that power. How much water do I have now, thinking about it? 380 liters. Still a good amount. Not a lot, but it's still a good amount. Okay, so yeah, maybe just run the nitrogen pipeline through here. Yeah. Okay. Let's start running some of that. Then I'll just put all of these in different places. Okay, so like I said, this is extremely powerful. Much more powerful than I expected. It cooled everything down to exactly where it needed to be. And because of that, you know, the CO2 is cooled down to where it needs to be. The water got cold, and I had to change this to go up here. So what I want to do is build basically the same setup except for going to the cryo. Now, right now, that right there is kind of doing the same thing that I wanted to do, but I want to, you know, put that there and run it that way, I guess. Okay, so I'll need the pollutants again. Pollutants there, and then maybe turn it so that it does volatiles here. But I haven't quite decided. Volatiles there, yeah. Yeah, pollutants, then volatiles, and then I'll have cryo liquids that I can start moving around. And maybe just relocate all of this. Oh, that's gotten hot. Why has that gotten hot? Why has that gotten hot? Okay. Am I getting energy somewhere? Yeah, that got hotter. This isn't cooling it as much as it used to. Hold on a second. Is this just not taking in liquids as much? Hmm. That's weird. Oh. There it goes. Off to pick up some iron, copper, and silicon and stuff. Huh. That's really weird. This is not cool as not. This was not cooling down as much. It's like it wasn't grabbing anything or something. Like this evaporation chamber just stopped working. That's weird. That's really weird. I wonder if any energy is even moving out over here. Very little. Okay, enough of that. Okay, let's pack all this up, and I think I should start working on the cryo. So the cryo cooler, I think I'm gonna do the same thing. You know, like I'm gonna do. How much space did I take up? So I took 3 frames worth of space. So this one, 2, 3, and then I think what I want to do is make it vertical that way, so that I can do 1, 2, 3, and then the cryo right here. That way I can have the cryo nitrogen going. And like I said, I was going to remove that. Then I can start disassembling most of this stuff, maybe trying to relocate it, and then just working on this stuff. Yeah. Complaining. So what I want to do is work on this side. So this is that side. Then it's 1, 2, 3, and then I think I will do a vertical. Then this. Kind of like a angled construction because I'm gonna go this way. And then it's 1, 2, 3, and then here. So I'm gonna need a lot more steel frames and stuff. Okay. So what I want to do is get this kind of squared away, but I actually need... It's landing over there now. So I need to seal this up. Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta prep it in such a way that I can seal it up. Yeah, I gotta get all this stuff. Like I gotta get the compressor and all of that stuff. Okay, let's work on the colder pollutants so that way I have something cooling down for the volatiles. I got a lot of catalytic filters now. All right, so okay, good. I got some atmospherics. Okay, I'm gonna need these catalytic filters. Here, and then the engines. The heavy pressure and the heavy liquid. Now, I've done some tests on those engines, and I'm not a huge fan of them. Oh, right, the most important thing. My chickens. Shadow Drake and Imaginary Turtle. I wonder what they're named after. Don't. But now I have eggs. I can make eggs. Are my Darga ferns grown? Yes, I got the seeds. Oh, I can only have 10 of these. Okay. So I'm going to replant the Darga ferns because I want to be able to have... You know, I want to have some seeds. Just in case something weird happens. Where's the fertilizer balls? I really need to clean up my base. So now I'm going to be burning through my CO2. That's fine. I actually fixed the bug in my logic. Hunger caution, that's fine. Now I have some Darga ferns. But my winter spawn are at 4%, so I gotta get that. I gotta get that fixed. You know, I gotta get the spots made up for them so that I can plant them and get the seeds. But I gotta basically have an airlock for them, which is kind of annoying. Now the rocket's gonna come back soon. Yep. Now it's coming back. Okay. Alright, so let's get the reinforced walls. Get all of that squared away. Alright, so let's work on the cryo cooler. The cryo cooling a bit, get that going. Yeah. Back to the winter spawn. So that's the alpha, and I just want to get the seeds so that I can have some of them. So I'll just grow enough. But I kind of want to just put like 10 winter spawn betas, because 10 is 150 watts, so that's 1.5 watts. And it's going to burn through quite a lot of nitrogen and water. But what I want to do with them is that when they're grown, I'm going to tie them to this volatiles tank. So this volatiles tank is going to get cooled by my winter spawn. I was thinking, wouldn't it be really cool if I made a ton of these and use that to cool my tank? The only question about that though is whether it actually is sustainable. Because at 10, like what? I would need maybe 100, or maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe it's not as much as I expect. Like maybe the base draw is 5 kilowatts or something. I don't know. But 150, I'm gonna use 10. And if I want to upscale them, then I can. And I think that'll be like a good base rate that's going. 1 sec. So that's what I was thinking. It'll provide some cooling. Like the open cooler is going to struggle at a point. Like it is strong at the 127 Celsius, but now that it's like 93, 92, it's not going to be as effective. It really won't be as effective cooling this down. And the hope is that I want to remove all these cooling towers and put them, come up with a better system and put it right back here or something. But I don't know. I don't know if I'll have a better system. And before I do that, dismantle it and test, I think I want to have the winter spawn growing so that I can see that. So and I don't want I don't want this to connect to my base because it's not going to be a safe place. So I just want, well, rocket's coming back. I don't want any sunlight either. So yeah. Alright, so my rocket came back and it's... Uh-oh. I heard explosions. That's not good. Was that explosions or was that cables being burned? Well, the good news is nothing big happened and exploded. But what was that? You heard that, right? It was cables exploding. This is getting filled, though. Did some cables burn out? Because it was right when it landed. Oh boy. Oh boy. Nothing seems damaged over here. Oh. 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 Yeah. Yeah, that tracks. That tracks. I'm an idiot. Why? I forgot about the fact that I wanted to put this on its own transformer. Okay. Alright. That's fine. Let's finish that cabling with heavy cables. So, you know how I was saying about how the super heavy cables are making it really good to run long lengths of cable? Well, the problem is I basically did that with the trade pad down there, and I forgot that that was by transformers. And I completely forgot that my furnace box right here, my furnace setup, needs to be capable of handling that heavy cable load. But I completely forgot about that. Well, now the good news about that is, since this is heavy cables, if I do want to put the furnace in an insulation box, heavy cables don't burn as easily, so... There we go. That fixes that mess. Now let's actually work on what I intended to work on. Okay, first, let's seal up the... So we want the steel window, and we want the walls. Now, destroy welding torch. And then so that's what I intend to do. Now I need the vents, and then I'll just need to rename this. Then I just gotta do the same thing with the counterflows. And padded. Nope, that's number 1, right? Nope, nope. Wow, that's just barely enough here. Alright, so that's the base. But you know, now that I have this, I could do like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then have that be in there, maybe? I actually have not given the evaporator side much thought, because what I wanted to do was do something similar to this. I wanted to still be able to make liquid pollutants. But... I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know. The reason I made this so big was, one, it became a buffer for making liquid nitrogen, but two, it's so that I can keep refilling my harm suits. But I wonder if I really even need that, because maybe I should just make a water system. You know? Just put water here. I mean, that works. Water is thicker, but you know, if I could get like 17 liters of water, then maybe that'll be better. Because as it is right now, I'm making approximately 2 liters of water every time this runs. And I seem to be breaking even. Anyways, let's get the vent stuff set up so that I can prepare that. Let's check the trader, see if we got a new trader. If there's one thing I like about that is I zoom down really fast. That's lava. That would hurt. Let's turn this on. Let's see. Is there a new O2? Genetic engineering. So I don't think I need anything from them. do I want to call them down is the question. I really don't think I need anything from them. I didn't have this in the right spot, so that would take forever to get in the right spot. No, I got everything. It's not worth it. It really is not worth it. If it's cosmic curiosities, then yes, it'll be worth it. So I'm gonna leave that at minimum power and just get it back to 0 because I will use that for tracking down the traitor. Chances are I'll show that off in the Mars video what I do, since we no longer have to worry about signal noise. I'm gonna keep focusing on the cooler. So I'm actually not sure what I want to do with the pollutant side of things because I can't, like, that, you know, the frame will be the world. I can put like the convection radiators and I can do the large direct exchanger. That could be how I cool down the volatiles to condense so that I can you know, start condensing some volatiles so that I can do some nitrogen. I can go ahead and put these asteroid sheets away. I'm actually out of walls. Wow. Okay. I need to make 2 more of those. What do I need? I need some active vents. 2 of them. I'm gonna need some pipes. It's a good thing I made a bunch of pipes. I forgot to put those. Well, let's put the walls away and this plastic sheets. Put them away. I need to grind down a lot of this stuff. Ugh, so much junk. Did I really only make 5? I should have made another 5. Okay. Counterflow, counterflow. Since it's going to be in the colder side of things, I wonder if I don't need as many counterflows. I'm pretty sure I made more than just 2. Did I use others elsewhere? Should have been more counterflows. Alright, well, that's fine. Let's queue them up. They're near the end. Okay, so I need probably, let's just say 2 more of these. And I'm gonna need 2 more large directs so that I can make a large. Alright, let's go get this set up first. As it is right now, I'm thriving. And the centrifuges, they're doing their job, they're processing. Oh yeah, I found out that far tier alloy trader actually sells solid fuel ingots. You can see that I'm basically gonna have a decent chunk of silver, nickel, lead, and cobalt. Not a lot of cobalt, but let's just be honest, the amount that it's gonna pop out should be enough for making alloys. And now that I have that filled to 220, all's going well. All right, so let's make the compression vents. And what I want to do is I'm going to go on ahead and kind of cheat and use this to empty out that box. So let's do the same thing. Active vent right here. And you're going to be called... you're going to be... Vent Paul Cryo Condenser. And I think... Yeah, I need to have this be expansion valve Let's do expansion valve. Condensation valve. Hold on. I did 5 right there, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I just want to do 4. So maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, and then behind it on the side. Okay. I put this wrong. Expansion valve. There we go. And 2 was enough. Now, I want this to go into this insulated tank. Because what I want to do is... Okay. Run this cable sideways like this. That puts it on the network. Yep. So what I want to do now is connect all of this together. And turn that on, and then close this up. So what that is going to do is going to empty out that spot so that there's no more gunk in there. But I need to get the passive liquid inlet and all that stuff in there first before I do that. Which, you know, Shadow Drake completely forgot the things that he needs. So this needs to be a gas liquid. This way. Gas liquid. Ugh. This way. And then I think I'm just going to have that, and probably end right here. Let's just finish this up. Plus, to not overload the CO2, I kind of want to do this at night. Because I got to run the pipes. You know, got to run that pipe, that pipe, that pipe, that pipe, that pipe, that pipe. Because I really, honestly, do not know what this one is going to be. You know, this middle radiator, I don't know if it's going to come back with that one or if it's going to come back with this side. So that's why I have it there. But it should be fine. I need the passive liquid inlet and some utility pipes. Yeah. Yeah. Passive liquid inlet, liquid pipes, and utility pipes. That's what I need. Yep, Outpost Specials and Outpost Basic is still going on strong. Okay, passive liquid inlet. Okay. There we go. I should have brought the, well, we'll get that later. I was thinking that I probably should have brought the stuff to make the large direct exchanger for the volatile side. But I guess I can get it later. Okay. I don't know if this is better. You know what? I'm gonna put you in the middle. That way I can put, just like the other one, a 1 right here, and then 2 2s. Just like that. And then this is all connected, yep. Now, oh, not yet. Go ahead and connect this. There we go. Wow, that actually got really cold really well. There we go. Dang nabbit. Okay. See, that worked out really well. Okay, now I can do the same thing. I gotta put the gas sensor in the vent, but I gotta lay that out first. So what I want to do first, where did I put it on this side? It was condenser, vent, cryo condenser. Import. I don't want to redo that. And we're just going to do set D3 on 0. Hey, bad laptop. There we go. That should turn it off. Perfect. No longer wasting power on that. And we're just going to remove this. I mean, technically this is... Technically this is the right spot for this. There we go. Well, not there. Now, if I want the volatiles condenser to be right here, I think what I need to do is change this up so that this is the window. It's an angle grinder. It's a crowbar. Angle grinder for that, but it's a wrench for this. So we want the composite steel right here and the reinforced wall right here. Okay, there we go. There we go. So then I want the radiators and then the large direct exchanger over there. So I guess what I want is the liquids going right here and then right here. And then that means the vent will need to be right there. Okay, that makes more sense. I think just 4 for this. Don't need to overcomplicate it, and then I can just put a frame right here. There we go. Yeah, that'll do it. And then I just need a condensation valve right here. Then a expansion valve right here. Well, actually, this is more supposed to be expansion valve thing, condensation valve right here. Well, right there, like that. I think the reason I want it like that is more for the fact that okay, I want the inlet right there. I want this right there so that I could expand it more if I need to. And then I can put the large direct. I really should have brought the stuff for the large direct, to be honest. One sec. Let's see. I need those directs. That's oh, I had a counterflow right there. Whatever. I'm gonna do a lot of this offline just because I gotta do that. But I also will probably end up doing the greenhouse offline as well because I think it's a good getting up to be a good wrap up point. Uh-oh. Oh no. My chicken's hungry. No. No. Both hungry. Cool. I gotta remember to feed my chickens. Yeah, I'm at that point where I actually gotta keep my chickens alive. Alright, so yeah, this is probably a good wrap-up point. So is my corn fully grown? Yes, it is. So what I'm gonna do... That's a lot of corn. Most of my plants are probably not gonna give me the full amounts because... Okay. Gonna split half.
Hunger caution.
Put them in there. Give them corn. Corn actually keeps the chickens fed longer, so it's actually better for them. If you want to make some eggs, or if you want them to be... No, is my wheat done? It's not. Almost done. And I am going to put this wheat down for them too. There you go. Now they're fed. Alright, so I'm gonna basically keep working on the cryo cooler. And I gotta store some extra eggs just in case they die. I'm gonna keep working on the cryo cooler. I gotta plan some stuff out. Oh, I should probably eat and drink. I haven't done that yet. Oh wow, my burger's done. I'm gonna work on the cryo cooler and I'm gonna work on the greenhouse because I really do want to be able to get the I want to plant my winter spawn and get it growing, but I gotta do some programming for that. That shouldn't be too bad, but I just want to get this gas liquid high one going. It looks like I should be able. It looks like I should be able to. Come on now. Yeah, it looks like I gotta rotate it this way. Like, hold on. 1, 2, right there. I believe I need pipes for this. Yeah, I need 3 pipes, and then I need that. Like that. There we go. So now I need the liquid pipes, and then that. Then the evaporator vent is going to be right here. Then I need a gas sensor right there. I need a passive liquid inlet. And then I can just run the gas pipes, and then that will complete the system. As far as this end goes, so that's the liquid pollutants for the evaporators. So I need to basically have that'll be like -95 Celsius pollutants. So that's what that needs to be right here. So that means I need to have probably what I need to do is do one of this system. No, 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 no. I'm being dumb. That's not what I need it to be. If I have that be, because this needs to be volatiles. So this is the evaporation system. Cools it down to -99, -90, 90. Yeah. And then this needs to be gas. Hmm. How do I do this? How do I do this? No, 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 right? So this is gonna be -90. This whole place is gonna be -95 Celsius balloons. That means I could put radiators here or have this be volatiles. This is a volatiles gas pipe, which needs to condense. So that's 200, that's 400, 600. How do I get these to condense though? Because this needs to be, because I need condense to go liquid to go evaporator. Yeah, that's maybe I need like a very small scale condenser. I don't think I need it to be super big. Like maybe just, yeah, maybe just small scale. Oh no, but I got a problem with that because if this gets cold, hmm, this is not gonna work out as easily as I expected. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna end up doing is maybe put like a very small scale volatile condenser right here. Um, tie this strictly to just the heat exchanger, no convection radiators. Tie that to the room over here, maybe? Or do I want to put oxygen there? Nah, I guess I'll just tie it to the room and I'll just run a gas pipe to a passive vent to a passive liquid inlet to passive liquid inlet to then a condensation valve to the liquid to then expansion valve and then basically run it to here. I gotta think this through.
Hydration critical.
All right, this is a good time to call it. So this is Shadow Drake. When we return, you will see what I come up with for that solution because I gotta think about that some more because it's not gonna be as simple as just this from here to here because I don't have any intermediary tank. That's the problem here. It's because I have a tank here that's cooling this room down, and so that cools that tank. So that tank cools this, but I don't have. I'm not thinking of putting a tank here. Like I'm just connecting it directly to that. So this needs to be volatile so that can condense. That evaporates to here to do some nitrogen. Okay, I think I got an idea. So when we return, you're gonna see what I come up with. I'm finally gonna get rid of the creaking noises, and hopefully I'll get that squared away so that I can get that system working and start filling it with volatiles and start cooling down a spot so that I can get some nitrogen. Alrighty, guys. Thank you for your time. I'm not sure that I'm at the point of teaching stuff because this is all new to me. The whole open world, the real world grid cooling is new to me. So I'm trying to figure this out. Trying to figure it out on video is very difficult for me because I can't just think very easily. Plus the house is getting noisy. Thank you for your time. I hope to see you later. I'll have that going and probably gonna get the... Yeah, I'm gonna get the winter spawn thing done first. Have a good day and bye-bye.